Thank you so much, Coach, and joining us tonight. Can you just give us an overview on tonight's game and the strategies that you placed before the game, and kind of just your reflection on tonight's win?
Well, first of all, I mean, we're glad that we won, and my voice might not dictate it, but, we're very glad that we won. This game was what we call a trap game. This is a 50-50 game. This team is hungry. They were hungry to get a win. They had just lost to George Mason, and, historically they've been pretty good. Our kids played tough against Old Dominion, and our preparation had to be to finish games in the fourth quarter. As you can see, we got a little rattled in the fourth quarter, let them sneak back, because sometimes these kids don't believe that, okay, we got it wrapped up. No, you don't. Kid knocks down a three. We miss all these free throws, which extends the game, which really was the hard thing about it. But the thing that I enjoyed, they didn't give up. I mean, they fought all the way through. They dove on the floor for loose balls, and they kept it going, even though it got down to one point. I think at one point, kid hits a three. That happened to us at Old Dominion. Shot the ball from half court. It was on ESPN. Banked it off the glass. So, they have to understand these things happen. But just the strategy was to stay focused and give the effort that we ended up down at Old Dominion.
So, Coach, we had both Morgan and Towson had a high of turnovers tonight. And just going up and down the court, we was kind of going into battle. Can you just tell me what were some things that you were telling the team to keep us focused and still making sure that we kept our calm defensively?
Well, the turnovers are basically either unforced turnovers or turnovers that they create. We had a lot of unforced turnovers, dribbling the ball low. At the end of the game, we can ice the game. Tamari wants to dribble through three people instead of holding the ball up. Shot clock's on our side, so we lose the ball in traffic. Just little things they got to learn. If we can cut down on the turnovers, I mean, like tonight, let me see how many we have. What are the TOs? We had 23.
Yeah.
We had 25 against. This is too high for teams that we coach, and it's basically because we got new people, and they're trying to do things that are a little bit out of focus. So to answer that question, we have to cut down on the turnovers for us to be more successful in what we're doing.
Coach, during halftime, the score was also still pretty close. So I want to say it was 33-32. What were some adjustments that you guys made to come back out into that beginning of the third quarter?
Would you answer that?
Some adjustments we made. We just had to play defense, like defense. He switched up the defense that we were playing in the first half, and then we came into halftime. We had to switch it up. I just feel like we came out with more energy. We knew this was a close game, so we wanted to win. So we just had to bring out different energy that we had in the first half into the second half.
We probably, just to answer that, we probably went into trapping a little bit more. We forced the issue at three-quarters court, and we tried to get it full court. And a lot of that, for me, is with this new group trusting who's on the floor. Because if you don't trap correctly, you don't rotate the left. You saw how they got the ball over a couple of times, easy layups. So I have to grow with them in terms of learning who to trust under those pressure situations, to trap, get back, and do things like that.
All right, Coach, and I also just wanted to talk a little bit about kind of the points in the paint tonight. So we had 36 points in the paint. There was a lot of ball movement. Was there any specific strategies, like coming against Towson and understanding their structure?
Well, we tried to implement the same strategies for the two games we lost. And if you notice tonight, I'm the type of person to prove me wrong. My post talking about we're not touching the ball. Well, you got it tonight. So if you got it tonight, do something with it. So that was my whole thing to them, my challenge. You're not touching the ball. You are touching the ball. You have to finish. And tonight, as a flip-flop, you got Jael scoring 13 points. And Layla having 16 the last game and 20 rebounds, and now you got Jael having 7 rebounds and 13. If we can put them together, which is hard with matchups. That's where we have a problem when the team goes smaller. They're trying to guard them. But if we can figure out how to utilize them together, we'll be good. We'll be better, So basically, most of the paint touches were good. I mean, Michaela and some of these kids got down and dished off pretty good, and people scoring easy layups. So I got to give them credit for creating a lot of paint touches for the post players.
Thank you so much for that, Coach. And Bannerman, I just wanted to talk about how were you able to kind of balance your defensive responsibilities and being in some trouble when it came to that third quarter, and how are you able to adjust?
I just knew I had to play smart, Coach, he sat me for a while, and that made me realize, like, okay, I got to go in the game. I got to be a little smart. So I just played a little bit off the ball and played, like, I came in, I don't know if you guys seen, but I went offense, defense, and that kind of, like, kept my momentum in the game a little bit. And, yeah.
And then I kind of wanted to also know your relationship with the other guards. Having Mari and Bogans, kind of, y'all had a lot of ball motion tonight. Y'all was able to assist each other and take some steals and throw it right back. So can you just talk a little bit about on that?
My relationship with them are good. It's getting better. As me coming in, I'm new. Michaela's new. So we're both trying to gel together with Mari and just learn each other, how we play, how we want to play, how we want the ball, etc. So, like I told them, we just got to stay together. We got to play together, and at the end of the day, we're a group. They rely on the guards a lot. So we have to play together, and that's what we do.
All right, and then last question for tonight. Bannerman, can you just tell me what lessons you will take out of this game to prepare you for the next game moving forward?
Be smart and play harder.
Can I add to that for her?
Yeah, sure, Coach, you can.
Don't take anything for granted.
Don't take nothing lightly.
That game didn't end till the whistle, till that buzzer goes off. And with 1.7, that game wasn't over because that kid knocked down a three. And that's going to happen in basketball. I mean, it's going to happen. If they miss it, you're fine. But when they make it, the dynamics of the game changes so quickly that you have to protect the ball. Who's in the game? Who's going to Layla Fair, as good as she played, in a big game, with just to throw the ball in bounds, throws the ball in bounds like this. You don't do that. She can run the baseline and throw the ball down the floor. It doesn't matter. So that's a teachable moment that they have to understand for next time.
Thank you so much, Coach.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all for joining us tonight. Very intense game. Can I just get, to start it off, y'all initial reaction on tonight's game and just how everything felt in the moment?
For me, it was fun. I feel like our team, we live for these close battles. We're still working on it because we're a little young. But it was fun and exciting. Everybody's adrenaline was flowing.
First thing, I just want to say congratulations on the win tonight, ladies. And then, Gabby, this one is for you. Being that this is your first game back in almost over a year, were there any nerves, like when your name got called?
No, it wasn't no nerves. I feel like my teammates prepared me in practice. They hit me the same way Towson was hitting me today. They set me up for shots. So I wasn't no nervous.
So tonight it was a battle kind of in the paint. Can you talk a little bit about that and kind of how you were able to adjust with Towson having like a pretty big down in the paint with you?
For me personally, I love contact. So the more it is, the better for me. The more they work, the harder I work too. So it was fun. I love that. I love banging. So whoever was down there, I tried my best to put my body on them, and vice versa.
Jael, you performed very well against a longtime rival. This has been a very long-time rival for a while. So how do you look to continue to execute at a high level for games?
Playing together, taking my teammates' advice. I'm not perfect, so I want to work on the things that need fixing because there's times where I get tired and I get sloppy. So I want to focus on the little things because when I do the little things right, it makes the game limitless for me. So.
Can y'all talk about kind of the court communication tonight? Both Morgan and Towson had a really high record of turnovers and just fast breaks in general. Can y'all talk about kind of what was in y'all heads and what was the communication like? Because we did have a lot of ball movement tonight.
Like I said before, we're a little young, so we still learning one another. Like we got a freshman point guard, we're trying to push her through. We all just trying to come together. This is only our 5th game, so we got a long way to go.
And then can y'all lastly just talk about your performance in tonight's game and what are like kind of your key takeaways that will prepare you guys for your next game moving forward?
Me using my strength. My strength ain't going nowhere. Most times I'm stronger than my opposition, so using my body and using it in the right way, slowing the game down for me, because sometimes I try to move too fast, but when I slow the game down, that's when I play my best basketball.
For me, it's just like y'all said, it's my first game back. It's just getting back in shape, getting used to getting them bumps, and yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yeah, so we got for y'all. Thank you.